Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is kind of like casual tea time between Genshin players. So I've been playing Genshin Impact for a while now, and while I genuinely love the game, I can't help but wish a few things were a little different. This isn't a rant, I'm not here to complain just for the sake of it. I just wanna have an honest conversation about the things I believe could make the game even better, both for new players and those who've been here since the early days. So let's talk about it. Here's what I wish they changed in Genshin Impact. First off, I like the elemental fantasy feeling. For me, Genshin is supposed to be this world where people literally bend the elements, but sometimes it doesn't feel that way. Like we've got 3 cryo-catalyst users, one takes photographs, one throws pillows, and the other punches people. Also, Weasley have this mechanical kind of weapon. It fits with the lore, but still. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like them. I like the designs, but wish we could see someone throw sharp icicles or rock-like solid pieces of ice. Another example to this is geoconstructs. They took less like rocks pulled from earth or more like polished man-made sculptures. I love to see the elements feel a bit more raw, more chaotic and more natural. Let's talk balance. This is kinda like the elephant in the room for gacha games in general, but Genshin is really feeling it lately. It feels like every new 5-star that gets released is stronger than the last, and that's a problem. I know that with gachas, new units are supposed to be stronger, it keeps the game evolving and all, but right now it's like we're getting a new power creep every month and that just burns people out. We are no longer pulling characters because we like them, we are pulling them because we feel like we have to or we'll fall behind. I mean, I see a lot of videos that goes like, should you pull this or should you pull that, and people are focused on power of the character. And that's kinda sad because Genshin has some of the most lovable characters in any game I've played. For example, Ganyu is one of my favorite characters. I really like her, but she barely kept up with Ayaka when she was first released. Then we got Weasley and now Skirk. She's still playable, but it's a pain to see how easier the content is when you use Skirk. This also kind of breaks the game because old characters struggle to beat the new bosses, while new characters easily delete the old bosses. I just wish the power balance was a bit tighter, that older characters could still hold their own, and that meta didn't constantly shove players in one direction. Especially when we were all just trying to build a team that feels personal. This one's gonna be relatable, I know that. We need more Primo Gems. I know, this one is a gacha game. Monetization, I get it. But when there's a new 5-star every month and the only way to get enough primos is to grind like it's a full-time job, it sucks the fun out of the exploration. You stop appreciating the details, the views, the art, and just chase for the sake of pity. And honestly, that's not fair to the players or devs who work so hard to create this beautiful world. Also, I believe free to play people also deserve some like 5-star weapons and 5-star constellations, and even some 4-star characters are only viable with constellations like Forza maybe, and those constellations are locked behind Wish RNG. This one is short but important. Please make banners shorter and reruns more frequent. I get the argument for longer banners, it gives people more time to save and pull for the character they want, but the real problem is how rare reruns are. Some characters literally don't come back for over a year, and that's not healthy. If reruns were more common, players wouldn't feel forced to drop everything just to pull when a favorite character shows up. They could literally skip a banner and still know they'll see that character again soon. That would take off so much pressure off of us, and honestly it will make spending money less like a trap and more like a choice. You know that little heartbreak when you pull a 5-star and it's GG again? Yeah, that. Standard banner characters are rough. Some are playable, okay, but the point is all of them should be playable and some should feel more lucky when you get them than the others. But they feel like a loss every time you get one. I get the logic. If they made a standard banner character really strong, everyone would want them. Though some people will never pull them because, well, standard banner RNG is brutal. But there has to be a middle ground to this. Just bring them close to new characters level would make them feel more exciting again. This is something I really wish they would. Just give some of the older characters a little love. I'm not asking for full-on reworks like some games do, such as League of Legends, but small things, tiny things. For example, give Chi-Chi some energy particle generation, please. This is not gonna break her, I'm sure of that. Maybe improve some numbers on certain characters a bit, or how some skills feel. People still want to use these characters usually, but the game kinda punishes you for doing so. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Sometimes the story is a chore. I mean, I love the lore, I love world building, I love that Genshin is that, but there are some parts in most casts that feel like they were written just to fill time. You know, the ones a long monologue from a random NPC you'll never meet again, the dialogue choices that don't affect anything, cutscenes like Ayaka or Neil dancing. At some point, I just start mashing the skip button, and I wish I didn't. It would be amazing if the game let us choose a short version of the story or even skip through filler scenes and get straight to the important beats. Not everyone wants a 45-minute lore dump on a side quest where we fight slimes. This is the last but not the least. Sorry, but the skin system is weak. We've got just a few skins, most of them are really expensive, and honestly, they're not even that good. No special effects, no new animations, just fancy outfits that look like someone's going to a wedding or a fancy dinner. And why are most of them are only female characters? I don't get that. But I mean, most of the characters are already female, so I'm not sure about that, but whatever. Where are the cool combat ready skins? Yeah, there's fashion, but where's the style? So yeah, those are the things I wish they'd change in Genshin Impact. It's not because I hate the game, it's because actually I love it. The world, the art, the music, the vibe. It's so beautiful, but loving something doesn't mean you can want it to be better. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you wish they change in Genshin Impact, and maybe we're on the same page. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like or a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.